I am back, and this time, welcome back to episode 2 of my amazing, incredible, cool podcast. Thank you for all the love yesterday. Like, you guys were so sweet, and like, I had a bunch of people like texting me saying like, "Wow, you're so funny." Thank you, I appreciate that. So, as my gift to the people, I'm giving you episode 2. So I had plans of making like before we get into it, I had plans of like making a tier list of like my random side quests because I don't know if you know me, but I've done really random stuff in my 18 years of living. Like I was a professional photographer. I played the banjo. I did fencing lessons. I speak Nederlands. I speak Dutch. I have a 20, like, I know that was terrible. I have a 24-day Duolingo lesson right now. And the whole reason I'm doing that is to get back to a guy. I'm learning Dutch by revenge. Like, there was nothing more petty than going to him and being like, I'm not good enough to say that in Dutch. Because I know people are going to be like in comments, like, oh my god, you just like cursed me out in Dutch. But so, anyways, I wanted to make a tier list of like my random side quests, but I wanted to do it with someone, and like making a tier list is complicated. Like you have to like upload your pictures, like write descriptions, and then like the tier maker, I think it's called. It's like single use tier list. So I made one under like Olivia's random side quest under the My Little Pony fandom. So I don't know if you're like a My Little Pony type of person or a brony, and you're trying to rate top 10 Pinkie Pie moments, and you just see a picture of me playing the banjo. I apologize. That's me. That's my side quest. Oh wait. Speaking of side quests, I will now get up and go get some water because I am thirsty. So I will be back. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Yeah. So I wanted to do like the whole thing on that, but I just didn't feel like making tier list, so maybe we'll do that another episode where I go into deep dive about my side quests in my life because I've lived a pretty interesting life if I don't say so myself. But I do have some things I could talk about. I wrote I wrote a list of stuff that I could yap about. Um I wrote two things. Cybertrucks and British weddings. Okay, first off, Cybertrucks. What the heck? What the heck? Who decided? Yeah, you're right. Elon decided to put four wheels on a dumpster. But I, I see why you would get one. Because what does it do? What's the first reaction you see when you see a Cybertruck on the road? You say it. You see, oh my god, that's a Cybertruck. So there's gonna be a guy who's just gonna have a really small dick who's gonna like justify that by buying a Cybertruck and being like, "Oh, I drive a Cybertruck." Like it's a subject of conversation. It's a topic of conversation. Like if you say like, "Oh, I own a Cybertruck," I will immediately talk to you. You might be the biggest dick in the world, but I will bring up the conversation that you decide to spend $100,000 on a stainless steel dumpster that looks like if someone like a PS2 game. Like I don't understand. And the funniest thing is that the people who are buying Cybertrucks are defending their actions by saying like, I don't know if you've seen that video of a guy like throwing a Yeti cooler at a Cybertruck and be like, "Can your truck do this?" And then like the next video is like a basic Ford F-150 crashing into a wall or something stupid, and not a scratch. Yeah, a few scratches, but it's like it's not totaled. It's not a scratch or like that. Like people didn't know there was something wrong when the first video. Like I don't want to say his name because I feel like if I say that, I know I said it before. I feel like I'm gonna get flagged because he's a controversial subject. He is, but rich billionaire dum dum, like rich billionaire dum dum was like, oh look at this, and he threw a rock at the Cybertruck, and the windshield already cracked. And it's like you already knew your product was default. It's like going over on an oral presentation and being like, I know this subject, and just freezing up. It's like, why? Why would this idiocracy in the society we live in? Ah! And one of my favorite groups is Cybertrucks in winter in Canada because they're not built for the weather. And the Cybertruck is just stuck in the snow, and there's nothing else going on because it's just stuck. And like, imagine calling into your boss at work saying like, "Hey, I can't come in. My truck is stuck. My Cybertruck is stuck in the snow." Or like, "Where's your kids? Dad, can you come pick me up?" "No, honey. The truck is stuck in the snow again. I had to use, that like Tesla snowblower, which is also stuck in the snow." And I had to go upstairs and clean out the Starlink because there's snow on it and it doesn't work anymore. But no, I just think it's the stupidest thing ever. Like, why? And I don't know. I feel like, do you like the sweater, guys? I'm going to a farm show tomorrow. Sorry about that. That was my dad. I will crop that out. Yeah, so I'm going to a farm show tomorrow because I don't know, I have nothing else to do in my life. Technically, it's a work period for school, but I do my stuff in advance. So I'm gonna be wearing this sweater tomorrow again. So I don't know, it's cute. I got it when I was with my ex, so I don't know. I posted on my SoundCloud story. It's like the fit is busting, and it is. Like, I'm wearing like very baggy jeans right now, and like the sweater. So, like, this goes back to my conversation about yesterday about laundry. Like, is it a criminal or like something like that to wear the same outfit twice? Like, I don't know. It's just cute. But like, another thing I want to talk about is like America's fascination with shapes. Like, hear me out. Like, America's government buildings. When I think about this, there's only two I can think of. Like, you have the Oval Office and the Pentagon. Like, spice it up a little bit. Like, oh yeah, I work at the Pentagon. That song's been stuck in my head for like ever now. But it's like, oh, what do you work at? Oh yeah, I work at the trapeze office. Like, imagine like putting in your resume to work at like octagon or something like cooler than that. It's like we need to name more government buildings after shapes because America doesn't know anything. So you want to prevent domestic terrorist attacks? Keep naming buildings after shapes because they'll never know what they are. We're talking about, oh yeah, I work at the top secret octagon. What the fudge is an octagon? They'll never find it. It's like, yes, I'm biased saying that I'm Canadian, but it's like, start naming stuff after these stuff they don't know. Oh, where do you work? Oh, I work at the Nova Scotia building. They don't know what our provinces are. They don't know. The geography is focused on the United States of America, and by United States of America, they think United States of America. Like, imagine how you could hide government secrets just based on America's stupidity alone. Like, I don't know, but I think that the FBI is buzzing me up right now because I just uncovered their secrets. Like, just use their stupidity against them. Like, that's how, like, I don't want to say his name, but you know who I'm talking about, got elected. It was all based on America's stupidity. And I don't want to dive into politics here because this is not Joe Rogan experience. So it is not my partake to say into politics, but I think, I don't know. I don't know. It's bonkers. Like like in Canada, we have like CSIS, which is like the Canadian version of the CIA. And like where I go to school is really close to the headquarters, and it's just like a big glass triangle. which I think is really cool, and the architectural aspect of it is really nice. But in America, you just have the Pentagon. And like my favorite thing is like I don't know if you guys know Invincible, where it's like you have the Pentagon and it's like parking at rear. I just like that little aspect of that thing. But I don't know. Let's take a phone break. Let's see what's up. I wrote some other topics here. Hold on. Oh, okay. Phone break. But I don't know. So I had my presentation today because like I said, I had a uh last episode got cut in the middle because I had a presentation today and I did it and I just fucked it up. I don't want to swear on this podcast, but I just messed it up so bad. Like I just blanked. Like words don't exist. Like words are just a suggestion now. And it's just like I just like and the teacher was like had to come into me and he had to like correct me on everything I said and I was like, well, that's humbling. And but the good thing is that class did finish early, so I have time to record this. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Je ne sais pas. I need someone on here. I need like conversational aspects to this. Like I kind of look schizophrenic just talking to a screen of myself with the awesome Minecraft background. Like okay, Minecraft for me. We got to get down to business. Deep sigh. Just biggest deep sigh. Just what the heck? Why? Mm. And like I swear to God, I'm gonna turn the Minecraft movie into a drinking game. Like I'm gonna like gather a bunch of people, rent it out, and every time there's a very cringy movie, a cringy like scene in a movie, I'm just gonna shot. I'm just gonna have like a peach snapshot, and I'm gonna get blackout drunk in the first 5 minutes of the movie. He's right behind me, isn't he? Like my hopes are so down. I was supposed to go see it with my ex because you know, because like cute little like story is that in Minecraft with my first ex Ben, uh, we're calling construction guy for on anonymous reasons, but I kind of already shouted him out in the last episode. But cause construction guy ou le Québécois, but like we based like the beginning of a relationship was all about like Minecraft. Like we like really bonded on Minecraft, so our whole thing was to like go see the Minecraft movie together. And then like the other day he really pissed me off. So it's like I'm done with your shenanigans. Don't talk to me anymore because yes, I was still talking to my ex. Sorry. And and it just like pissed me off. And I was like, ah. So if anybody wants to get drunk and watch a Minecraft movie together, hit me up. Hit me up. Another thing, like now that I have a podcast, my digital footprint is gonna be so weird. Like I just see my future employer, hi future employer, just like tuning into this podcast and either being like, "Wow, those are some really good political ideas," or be like, "What is this girl on? We can't trust her with some government secrets." But when she's talking about using shapes at government buildings, now she's talking. But I don't know. Ah, I- because I'm trying to reach at least 20 minutes or 25 minutes per each episode because I don't know, I feel like it's better than having like 10 minutes podcast episodes because like I don't know if you're like me, but you can't stay focused for like 10 minutes on time. Wow, I just contradicted myself on there. But I don't know, but today I just wanted to like bring up the sillies and just yap because I was on the bus. There you go. That's the topic of discussion. Stupid Ottawa's public transport system. Okay, we live in the capital city. Okay, we are the base of Canada's economy, and we have the worst public transport system in the world. I literally have a sticker called uh more broken than the LRT, which is our or like light rail. Shout out to Oddball Art on Instagram for that, by the way. So yeah. And it's like, my God, like there's a dedicated section in, like, if you're absent for school or late, dedicated to bus. Like saying, like, the bus is late, texting that you're a teacher, you're good. You're good. And like this parking, you want to avoid paying for parking at school, because the parking at school is a good, like, as I know, it's a good like 800 bucks. I know that's a very, like, big window, but like, I don't have a car yet, nor do I drive yet. I'm due to get my license in April, which is next month, which is bonkers to think about. Uh, so it's like I'm forced to take the bus, and it is so bad. It is so bad. Like, the bus was 22 minutes late today. 22 minutes late. You If you want to go to a doctor's appointment, you have to do like 10 like 2 hours. Like, I'm lucky. I still have people I can rely on if the bus is not there. I just have to call up a friend or something. But there's people with children who have a life who rely on the public transport system to get to places they need to go. And it's so bad. It's so bad. Instead of spending money on, like, the light rail, you should just focus on the source of the problem, the buses. It's like, but the train is gonna, no, it's not gonna do anything, because the buses are still gonna have the backlog. How are you gonna get to the train if you don't have the buses in the first place? How can you get the plane running if the engines don't work? They have to focus on the source of the problem, which are the buses. And like the train is a whole other discussion, because it's an $8 billion blowout. It's always broken. It's like I hear horror stories of being like, oh, the train was stuck on the track for another like 5 hours today. I missed my grandmother's funeral because of the train. Oh my God. And it's just like, it's so bad. Like, my grandfather, like, bless his heart, he's turning 80 in May, and he still works for government. Like, he likes what he does, and it's also like a really good side gig. Like, he's a consultant. And like, he takes the bus to go to work 2 days a week because they want him in the office when his job can be clearly worked from home. And for him, it takes about 15 minutes by car to go work. It takes him 2 hours. 2 hours there and back. And he's an older person. Like, I don't know. And the worst part is that my dad works for OC Transpo, and like, he's on disability right now. Like, he himself knows how bad the problem is. Everybody who works for OC Transpo, which is our public transport company, agrees that our system is so bad, and it's horrible. Horrible. And like, more people are using Ubers and taxis these days, based how bad our public transport system is. And it's like, if the bus is late, it's your problem. Like, oh, you should have justified the bus being late. You should have got there like 2 hours later, early. No, I don't know. Like, every time I have a job interview, they always ask me, "Do you take the bus?" Because they have to consider the fact that I might be late because how shit it is. Like, mm, like, we're still a metropolitan city. We're not the biggest Ontario, but we're biggest in Ontario, but we're still a capital city. It's like, why? I don't understand. Like, I generally miss the school bus. Said like me. like I miss the reliability of a school bus. Like the only thing that like having like taking the public transport system at school is that it provides you more like flexibility on like your class is over, you can leave now. Compare like if you have a car, this is a whole other story, but I'm not talking to you to car elitist people. You're not. And it's like I don't know, it PMO, it pisses me off, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I hope they do something about it because it's it's generally horrible, and especially when it comes to winter when the bus is late. I am there freezing my non-existent ass off because it's a joke that I don't have an ass. Um, and it's like it's oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. Like I can't wait to get a car and just have like the freedom of being like I can leave when I want, wherever I want. And it's like whatever. But I have to agree there's one benefit to taking the bus though. And that's being able to be on your phone. Like nothing like beats the chill moment of having a long day and just like browsing and like thinking you're like you don't have to think about anything when you're on the bus. The only thing you have to think about is getting off at your right stop. And like, but for the first like couple like stops where you're like you know that you're not close, it's just a really good time to wind down like after after a long day. So I don't know. And the funny thing about taking the bus where I go college sometimes is that it goes my ex farmer, we'll call him farmer, you lives in residence and his window is like there's like every time I drive by like take the bus I always see his window and it's like sometimes you can get a little peek but he doesn't know. I know that sounds like really stalkish but it's just like hey buddy, hey, how you doing? I don't know. I just find that little cute tidbit of life. I don't know. I just want to. I think I'll end it here. I just wanted to hop on and just talk a little bit before I tackle this war zone in my room. So maybe you'll see you guys tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But I'll definitely do something about my tier list, like I said, and I wanted to like talk about what happened to my photography, but honestly, I don't really feel like doing that right now. And like I said, this is my podcast. I can talk about what I want. This is the beauty of free speech. I can say and do what I want. Like dabbing in the big 25. My friend would kill me because I went to the club like the other run and I just like dab. And she's like, did you just dab? And I'm like, yeah, we gotta bring back the dab. I was fully sober. And I was just like, don't ever do that again. And the other day I was like with my cousin and I just go like, and she's like, did you just dab? And I was like, yeah, I'm trying something new. I'm trying to bring back the dab. And she's like, don't don't do that. Don't don't do that. So, in my personal opinion, I think we should bring back the dab in the big 25. Like imagine being in a professional setting. Like dab on them heaters, you know? You just gotta go like, no. And like I have a wide wingspan, so I can be like, you know. So with that, I'm gonna dive on this conclusion, and I will see you guys another day. Thank you for tuning in for this short little tidbit episode, and I apologize for the cut in this episode because my dad came into my room. I gotta get like myself like a recording in progress sign. Like I want to get myself like a whole like podcast studio with like an LED neon sign and like cozy with like a mini fridge and like you know. So maybe I'll start like a GoFundMe being like, raise this young child's dream of becoming a famous podcaster and go on a podcast live tour. Like, Okay, I know I was gonna say to conclude that, but how does a podcast live tour work? Like, oh, we're touring around my podcast. Is it just like two people on a stage just yapping and you're just there? Or it's like a private access, so we're like, yeah, you can come into my studio and I'll like record your opinions. Like, I don't know, I have to like check that out and see how like a podcast live tour works. But yeah, as I said, with that, I will conclude this episode for today. Thank you for tuning in and listening, and I will see you guys later. Make sure to like and subscribe. Epic intro drop. Boo, 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 boo. Bye.